How's it going, folks? So I'm super duper excited here. The band Lycanthro is back, folks. They're back with a new song here called Iris. They also have a new album in the works, like in the next several months. We should be seeing a new album, which is super exciting. And it's been quite some time since they've released new music. I mean, it feels like ages ago that I first did a reaction to these folks. So I'm super stoked as to hear what they've been up to and to get a glimpse of this next upcoming album. So, I mean, without further ado, let's just jump on in here and give this a listen. Rangers, go. I love the wails that he does, the power metal screams. Oh, so good, so good. And he was not afraid to do several throughout this song, and it was just tight every time. But like in the beginning, when he does that and he keeps raising it a little higher, like 3 times, that was hype. That was hype as all get out. I also love in the beginning it starts out like with an acoustic guitar sound, and then the electric comes in, and they're playing the same little melody before the song kicks in, which was hype. And I mean, it starts ripping. Clearly, over the past few years or what have you, they have not slowed down. They have not missed a beat. I mean, they sound as good as ever, really polished. The production is great. And, there's almost like a maturity in the sound that you hear as well. So, I mean, I'm really, really excited for the upcoming album, just based off of this alone. I mean, it just was really, really cool. And like I said, ripping. Musically, I thought the musicianship and everything was phenomenal. I just loved the music, all the way through, as a whole. I just really enjoyed it. The guitar work was just excellent. Like I said, those just ripping riffs were so sick. I mean, it takes no prisoners there. And everything else, that the guitars did, even when it's not ripping, just the overall riffs, and the nice little technical stuff that they would throw in periodically, and the bridge, the solo and stuff had a nice melodic quality to it. The guitar work was just phenomenal. And I also love the added touch of like keyboards. It really helped give the a little extra flavor to the sound and the song, and it kind of helped push it to the next level. Because a lot of this song is very driven, but then there's also moments where it kind of becomes a bit more melodic, a bit more grand and epic in scale and scope. Which was cool, and I think the keyboard type stuff really added to that, and the backing vocals and things like that as well. But yeah, I mean the keyboard was great. The drum work was stellar. I mean the quick blast beat kind of stuff going on there in certain spots, especially when the song first starts ripping. Holy cow! I nearly lost my headphones from headbanging so hard. It's just it just. A dose of adrenaline, right into your veins here when that just takes off. It was just tight. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, it doesn't really let up. There's certain spots where there's some slowdown and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, it's a very, it's an interesting blend of there's definitely like the heavy metal there, the almost like aggressive heavy metal, but mixed with a nice dose of power metal in there, and some other things thrown in for good measure. But yeah, I mean the drum work, just the fills and just the playing in general was killer. I just love the music. I love musically the whole structure of the song and all the individual elements. It was just really, really cool. And vocally, it's really cool to hear him do multiple different kind of approaches to delivering the lines. He has like his kind of regular sort of singing voice, but he's not afraid to do like the power metal screams. There was some nice little lighter falsetto elements in there, and also just take in certain spots. Like I think it was there like just before the solo, like in the bridge and what have you. He's got like a lighter kind of quality to his voice for those more kind of soaring melodic kind of moments. And I mean, he just did like a whole lot of different things, and it's really cool to hear how versatile that he is. And I mean, he's at his best, in my opinion, when he's just really wailing, really just letting us have it, vocally. It's just great. But his like kind of normal, his more middle ground vocals are solid as well. But yeah, I mean, it's just great when he just lets loose. I love that. And then it was really cool how they did some backing stuff. In the one spot where he what was is this like the pre-chorus, or I don't know. It was like they're like in the verses pre-chorus area where he kind of is like screaming, and then in the back you hear like harsh vocals, and it just created like a really cool rounded out sound with the different vocal tracks going there, the different style, but both very aggressive. Yeah, I just thought that was really neat, really nice touch, and again, just it really adds to that heavy metal, fist pumping, tearing down the walls kind of sound. Just really, really neat. I like the verses a lot, and again, just all the different like vocal approaches. Yeah, again, it was just really cool. But yeah, I thought the verses and stuff were really good and matched the kind of aggressiveness for the most part of the song, the music, and had a pretty good melody there. And again, the variations and like the vocal approach in there was cool. The chorus. It's not like bad or anything, but for me personally, it felt like when you got into the chorus, there was kind of a shift almost in the sound into more of like that kind of modern metal sort of sound, just with the melody and the way that everything kind of transitioned into that melody and even musically and just the overall vibe of that section. And I felt like, I almost feel like what I wanted from the chorus was for it to be just as kind of ripping as like the majority of the rest of the song, but it takes a lighter approach, kind of like I said, that kind of that modern metal sort of sound with the melody and delivery and everything. And again, it's not like it's bad, but it just feels like the chorus could have been a little bit more in line with the rest of the song, and keep that energy, keep that dose of the heavy metal and the power metal in there. But I mean, it's really neither here nor there. I really think that really comes down to personal preference and feelings about it. So like I said, while the chorus isn't bad by any stretch, like it's perfectly serviceable, I just kind of wanted a little bit more from it, instead of the approach that they kind of took with it. I think it really could have had a little bit more oomph, a little bit more impact, and rounded out the song a bit more than kind of drifting into that territory they went with. But again, that's just my thoughts on that. And then also, how I mentioned before, that like bridge section before the solos, I feel like that also dipped into that same kind of territory as the chorus. And I don't know, I have to listen to the song, some more times to probably fully form my opinion on it. But those sections, it feels like, I don't even really know how to explain it. It doesn't necessarily like take away from the song, but it almost removes you, the listener, kind of from the elements of the rest of the song, from that energy, from all of that. And yeah, I don't know. It just I don't know how to explain what I'm. Hopefully, you guys kind of understand like what I'm talking about, or what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's my only slight kind of criticism of the song, is I feel like that chorus and that kind of bridge section, it's not quite up to that same caliber that the rest of the song is. Maybe that's the best way that I can explain it. But yeah, and then the solo and everything was really tight, and overall, I mean, it's a bombastic, it's a heavy, it's a aggressive, it's an energetic kind of song, and with the nice melodies. And yeah, I mean, I'm quite impressed. Like I said, the production quality of this song is very impressive, and just the overall songwriting and all of that, and it just sounds very tight, when they're playing together. And yeah, very impressive, and that guitar work was just exquisite. So I'm super, super stoked for the new album on the horizon. I mean, they're sounding great. So yeah, I mean, exciting times. We Lycanthro is back with new material, Yeah, can't complain. Can't complain at all. But let me know, folks, in the comments down below, what you think of this song here. Are you excited for the new album? Let's talk about it, and I'll catch you next time. Ranger, out.